This shit, I'm just gonna dance now. Fuck this shit, cause we don't have a chance now. The whole world is fucking gone to hell. Makes me wanna fucking scream and yell. Fuck this shit, I'm just gonna dance now. Fuck this shit, cause we don't have a chance now.
You're not my buddy.
Trying out something new.
Hey, John Bong, are we gonna fuck this shit up?
Damn.
Are we gonna dance now?
Yeah, that was like not even 5 seconds into this shit.
All right. Yeah, the timing was a little off. I had a few minutes, because we did take last week off. Didn't quit YouTube. Didn't go into witness protection, contrary to some of those conspiracy theorists out there. Just took a week off. Just needed a week off. And in that time, in my downtime, in my reflection time, I saw this hilarious little meme, and I just had to factor it in. So now that I've shown it, I'm probably going to get flagged for some kind of violation or profit sharing or something like that. So we'll see how it goes. And we don't have a lot of competition, at least early on. I think it's night 2 of the NBA draft. I think it's the first time they've split the draft up. It's second round, so probably not a lot of sports competition. And I did see Mr. Steve Westman is going on as a gentleman. He's going on toward the end of our show. That's what we call diplomacy. It's like Israel and Iran. It's Westman and surface noise. So we've quit shooting the missiles at each other.
Very light topics for the beginning.
Well, let's get into it because this is part of the reason we didn't start on time. And I know that the charge, I think it was Rhino Piper, why do these things never start on time? We're just having such great conversation in the backstage. Maybe if we ever do a Patreon, maybe we'll just put that out for the patrons because maybe that's what they want to see. But I got to start off with this one. High Rant District says, why is Arnaldo glowing? So Arnaldo, do you want to take this one? Why are you glowing? Is it a new bronzer? What is going on? I got to make you big. Can you educate the masses?
I made it official. So thanks for everyone that already congratulated me. Thank you very much.
Arnaldo is the new president of Vinyl Me Please. And
Right.
Logistics.
That's right. Good stuff.
He's
Awesome.
gonna make sure that your seam splits are very split.
He is the director of Seam Split Technologies, plural. So we're gonna stop that. And his first act is to quit having the open mouth of the inner sleeve pointing up, which is where all the seams anyway. So that's fun. Yeah, it's made the Surface Noise crew very happy, and it's glad. It must have been some social media follows. Tom, thank you for bringing it up. We were literally just talking about it beforehand. So good start to the week. And Arnaldo, it was your anniversary, right? That was the impetus behind.
Yes. Sadly, the anniversary also of Michael Jackson's death, but we came first.
No, that's a good.
Yeah, we've been together longer than Michael Jackson has been dead. So
Okay, thank goodness.
Yes.
Side note, isn't it a shame? You know who else died that day?
no, Farrah Fawcett.
Yes, Farrah Fawcett. And for Farrah, she had cancer, which is already terrible, but she had rectal cancer, and then
Got that.
so you wonder if maybe there's a part of his relief she got knocked off the front page by Michael Jackson because the headlines would have been Farrah Fawcett, 69, whatever she was age-wise, and then rectal cancer. Like that's a tough one. But then Michael had that milk bath that he couldn't wake up from, and then now it's kind of just a trivia question.
I'm seeing that it was George Michael's birthday yesterday.
Oh, George Michael's birthday.
Oh, it was his birthday. Oh,
Yeah.
Can I tell a bad joke, guys? Can I tell a bad joke?
Mm.
So Farrah Fawcett passes away that day. She goes up to the pearly gates. She's greeted by one of the angels, and they say, "Welcome. We've been expecting you. But if we could grant you a wish, what would be your wish? What would be? And she said,
She said I didn't get my VMP box set because they went out of business.
No, her answer was, I just want to save the children. And then Michael Jackson died. So.
Oh my gosh.
Ba, 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 ba. Oh, I should have had my bad. Nope, that's the wrong drop. Oh man, totally flubbed.
That was a pretty good joke.
You got a joke too? Is it joke time?
No, that was a good joke.
All
That
right,
was a good joke.
All right,
Yeah.
I like it. Well, this is Surface Noise. We're gonna leave the bad Michael Jackson jokes maybe for the freestyle. Tom, see, has a reason to stick around. We'll really bring our terrible material to the freestyles. Concert Buddy at the ones and twos. Welcome back after a 1 week hiatus. 1 week. And I got, spoiler, we're probably going to take a couple weeks off in July. There's some stuff going on in a good way. Some concerts. I may be taking a last minute trip at the end of the month. Arnaldo, I know this is your last show for a while. Arnaldo, you're going to.
Yeah. I'll be on a different time zone. It'll be very difficult for me to tune in. So yes, for a few weeks you won't be seeing me around, but I know you're in good hands. You know, you guys more than make up for my absence.
Well, we've already got some folks asking to be on the show, and we'll probably mix up some faces around here. I will say, David Bianco set a high bar. Remember, he was out of the country, and he came in at 2 a.m. his time with Concert Buddy apparel, mind you, to be on Surface Noise. So, not saying that's the bar, Arnaldo, but just something to think about.
Keep me on CC, and if I could make it.
If we can get that exclusive with the VMP folks, you will clear the calendar. Is that right? And let them know?
Yes.
All right. Well, we'll see how that goes.
I won't have any product to show.
Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe you can find the Sam Hunt record might have made its way over to Italy. You never know. There are so many of them. Yeah. All right. Well, obviously, I'm joined by some familiar faces and obviously international superstar. I'll start with him, John Bong. John Bong had to come in. He was there a second ago, and then he came back out. John Bong, I'm going to start with you. Good evening, John.
Good evening. My internet imploded, so I had to leave, come back.
Well, when they're trying to hack your personal internet and steal your identity, international superstar comes with the territory. So, hope your firewall's a strong one, pal.
Yeah, you know.
John Bong, we experienced 3 days of what you go through on a daily basis.
How? What do you mean?
It was 100 degrees.
Oh, yeah. Well, today
100 degrees, so it was terrible.
Yeah, it's been like 4 months of like constant horrible heat here. So I'm not, the electrical bill came in and you'd be like super surprised how much we pay, like even with like the AC on like every single day. For like 2 months it was like $100.
Oh wow.
So less records is what you're saying. Less records were purchased during this.
No, I actually have bought some records, but I didn't buy anything this week so far or last week, which
Hey, I do want to give a quick shout out. I think this is Matt, Prime Analog Records and Watches now. And Watches, Matt, is this you? He says, at the risk of being crucified here, is anyone recognizing their collection is complete? I couldn't see making more videos and keep buying to do so. That's why I disappeared. My collection is done. Well, congratulations. I think this is Matt. I was, it's been on my mind, but you don't want to be, presumptuous. But congratulations.
Well, you know what this means, right? What's his name? Matt?
This is Matt. Yes.
So Matt's qualifying for. You remember that program where we exchange wallets? So maybe he can like give me a few $100 so I can like fulfill my collection. It'll be great. Just remember it.
And for the low price of 19 cents a day, you too can sponsor John Bong.
Yes,
cup of rice and a couple of copies of Steely Dan Asia.
Oh wow! On UH Chicago, of course.
Well, it's good to see you, Matt.
Throw in some U2 records as well while you're at it.
U2, for sure.
Of course.
I'm not sure the Watches part. Maybe that's a part of Matt I didn't know, but it's good to see him. It's always good to see folks you haven't seen in a hot minute. And then going back to the intros, 6'6".
Yeah, why not? On a good day.
6'6". Been dunking on fools since before Oat Brand was a thing. This is the Groove Seeker. Welcome, Groove Seeker. Good evening.
What's up, Concert Buddy and friends? How are y'all doing?
Living your dream.
Living la vida loca.
Living La Vida Loca. Oh, man. I had a La Vida Loca story now that you say that, but I'll
Is it a Shrek story?
No. Come on now. That's funny. And then let me get Matt's comment off there. And then a new title. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll get into this. I'm not sure if he's accepting the royal patronage. It was called the King of the VC, Jason Rojas. Congratulations? Question mark.
Why not? Sure. You know.
I mean, I think it's a term of endearment to be called like royalty, like, you know, king. It's better than, you know, prince or emperor or jester.
I try, I guess. I don't know.
Well, congratulations on your kingdom. I mean, there's just a lot of things. Arnaldo gets hitched. Jason is knighted and made a king. Well, I guess that's not knighted. I guess you're born into
Crowned.
You're crowned. Thank you.
Yes,
Arnaldo,
there we
thank you.
go.
Crowned. You know, Groove Seeker is dunking on fools, and then Jong Bong is needs 19 cents a day, looking for sponsorship whenever you can. And then rounding out the panel, we already talked to him earlier. It's Arnaldo, the channel Fidelios _ frequency. Arnaldo, good evening and congratulations again.
Good evening.
All right. Well, and so we've confirmed that is Matt. He says, yes, it's still me, guys. I'm a big watch collector and have been for decades. Well, awesome. Welcome, Matt. Watches included. All right. Now, who's ready for a topic? The show of record, talking about records. We've got a topic. Some people probably won't like it. It's okay. I'm going to sleep well tonight, and I hope you do too. We're going to talk about legends. And the term legends is thrown around easily, like 19 cents a day can sponsor John Bong, right? But let's start out. We're talking about living legends. So before we talk about the living legends part, let's kind of go around and say, what makes a legend? Is there like a recipe? Is it like the Colonel's 11 herbs and spices, like a checklist? I'm going to start with you, Groove Seeker. Like when you hear the term legend, what's the qualifying criteria? Maybe give me a couple.
Longevity, obviously.
All right.
Influence is a big one. Trailblazer. Those would be my three criteria to start.
Trailblazer. So you're not talking about Clyde Drexler. You're talking about someone who pays the or maybe you're talking about Kevin Duckworth. Kevin Duckworth.
Kevin Duckworth. Yeah, maybe Jerome Kersey. I don't know. We get
Jerome
Terry
Kersey,
Porter.
Brandon
Let's
Roy.
go
Oh,
crazy.
sorry. Sports. Hashtag sports. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, just someone who created their own identity and friend character, that type of trailblazing.
I dig it. Now Arnaldo is rubbing his chin. This means he's ready. He's thinking. He's pondering, pontificating. So Arnaldo, when you hear the word legend, what comes to mind? Similar to what Chris was thinking?
Yes, similar to what Chris is saying. He couldn't have used better words, but it made me think of a quote from Morrissey where he was addressed as being a legend. And it made me think, because when we think of a legend, it's something that not necessarily is historically real, right? When we think about legends, they're things that are passed down, stories that are passed down, and they don't always have certainty. Like they're not historically true or real or certifiably real. So yeah, that's just it. I just wanted to add that. But I think
Excuse me?
today I think we were talking about the real important quote, air quotes, important musicians, performers.
Correct.
Artists, right? Okay.
Yeah, that's where
All
we're going.
exist. All of these exist.
Exactly. We're setting the table. This is what we're called setting the table because we got time to fill. Let's be honest. We got time to fill. Now, a legend in his own mind and a legend everywhere else, John Bong. When you hear the term legend, what do you think of? And do you also, when you hear the term legend and you hear the term icon and even the GOAT, greatest of all time, do you think all these terms perhaps are overused?
Yes.
That's it.
No, I think that now more than ever, it's like that's like on every artist's mind. They really, really, really want to be like the best. And I think that most of the times that's just like infuriating to me because if you're worried about that all the time, that means as an artist, you keep continuing thinking that you should think of the perception of your music in other people's eyes instead of just like actually doing the music that people really like you for. So when people have that idea too much in their heads, I think it starts fucking with them, and you start having all these artists that are more interested in how they are perceived than what they actually were people were interested in the first place. So I think it's not. I mean, some people really love it, but I think it's a heavy burden that most people really can't seem to like, do anything with. So I don't know. Some things I love that I would consider like great, amazing. But I can also like do a criteria and know like which is more popular, which is something different than what's best or whatever.
Conventional, yeah.
Yeah, because I live in Latin America, so to me, I'm more exposed to something that was going to be like in Spanish or I don't know, whatever, than something that's going to be in English that you guys might not even know that it exists. So it's very,
Fluid.
yeah, it's where you are at. It's like I don't know if you live in the United States, but you live in I don't know, like New Jersey, and you're like, oh, I like
shots fired. Shots fired. New Jersey.
No, I'm saying like, see, whatever you grew up around, it's what you think it's the best.
Sure. Sure.
You go to a pizza place, and you're like, oh, this is the greatest pizza ever, and then you're like, you go outside of Denver, and you're like, oh, this is what actual pizza actually tastes. So it's just the overused term. I would say that very few people. I think it's a term that if somebody's using it on themselves, they probably suck fucking ass.
Oh boy, three times.
It's the people that should give it to you. It's not yours to take.
We have a correction from Dana Kimbowitz from the gallery. Says, so is that you mean fucking Jersey? Fucking Jersey.
As a guy that's seen The Sopranos 5 times, I do mean it.
All right, Mr. Rojas, the king, royalty. When you think of legend, I mean, are there legends, or is that a term that is it's more conjecture and just a way to sell magazines?
So to correct John Bong here, as a legend of the VC here, there we go.
You mad, bro? You mad, bro?
Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you make a mark through like history, and then that ripples. That changes the direction maybe for that person, but also, something in the future, right? So one artist that I'll show, he changed the impact of one certain band, right? He was not in the band, but he changed that, by declining. Right?
Is it Pete Best?
Oh my God.
Way to kill it. Way to kill it, John.
I know.
Come on.
Jeez. That's awesome.
All right, so let's go ahead and segue. Do you want to segue into the real,
yes,
the potatoes? Who are true living legends? We'll say what you did.
So we're here. Terry Reid, right? Let me see if I can show it here. by turning down Jimmy Page, right? And by suggesting his Padawan, Robert Planty Plant, right? Okay. He like his understudy. He's like, Terry Reid was like, I'm too busy, right? You should go with my understudy, Robert Plant, right? And then, of course, that changed history, right? By rejecting Jimmy Page's offer, right? Now who knows who Terry Reid is, right? Oh, man.
We got some controversy. Orange Margin says YouTube kicked John off for that pizza blasphemy. It's possible. We've lost the bonger. He's cooling off from that hot take. So
Well, he said pizza was good in Denver. I don't know who says that.
Yeah, that's usually maybe the burgers, Mile High Burgers, or Cherry Creek is a good little bar, but pizza, new one.
So if you listen to this 1968 album by Terry Reid, you'll right.
Kimbo says Terry Reid, quote, I don't like money.
right. This is actually like, if you listen to this record, you'll realize why Jimmy Page wanted him first, why he was the first choice, right? You know. And there's nothing wrong with second best Robert Plant, right? I mean, you needed Stairway to Heaven, right?
I dig it. All right, so Terry Reid, living legend. Eddie is here. He says pot is better in Denver. I think that's pretty much understood. Delightful
it's also
town.
legal, right?
Yes. We also have BK is here. Breakfast King of Loyola. Is Denver known for anything except omelets? Red Rocks. Red Rocks, even though that's outside of Denver. John Denver, who performed a lot at Red Rocks. And Bob Denver. Gilligan, for those scoring at home. So we just hit the Denver trifecta. Top that, Westman. Top that, guy.
I think you just dunked on somebody, Chance.
I mean, that's a reversal. That's a Kenny Walker. That's a Kenny Walker move right there.
Damn, this place smells like shit.
Oh, Filthy Frank is here. I'm so sorry, Filthy Frank. That's inappropriate. So we've defined what we think legends are. And I agree with what everyone's saying, but for the sake of time, let's talk about true living legends. Jason kicked it off with Terry Reid. Arnaldo, I'm going to go to you on this one. What is a living legend that you want to talk about tonight?
I picked out quite a few.
Oh, let's go.
All right.
The list is long.
Long list coming at you.
These guys,
These
called
nuts.
Her, I think they're approaching 50 years of activity in a few years. I think it's 1978, their first record. This one is Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me. And if you have not seen The Cure live, you should before they retire. They're a phenomenal band live. Robert Smith, his voice still sounds great. They put on 3.5-hour shows. Highly recommend if you have not seen The Cure live. We can't. They were born of the ashes of punk, right? They kind of like they were one of the first post-punk bands. So I think in their own right, they created, I think, a sound that has been imitated quite a bit. And I think that's why I think they should still be called legends, because many have tried to capture the atmosphere and the ambiance of The Cure. Some did it well. They've had quite a few disciples that succeeded, but I don't think anyone comes close to The Cure in what they do best.
All right, so that's your appetizer. What else you got? Give us another one, and we'll swing it back around.
Oh, another one?
Yeah.
Okay.
You said you had a bunch, so I want to give you enough room to
Let's do
stretch
another one.
some elbows.
Okay, so this is going to be just in passing because I figure at some point, I'm only second, someone was going to pull out the Rolling Stones or
Yes.
Paul McCartney. You may have missed the boat on McCartney, may not still be in his prime when he's performing, but I saw the Stones last year, and I think Mick Jagger is in better shape than I am.
Oh, a machine.
Yeah, Keith Richards does have a little bit of arthritis, and he flubbed the opening riff of "Start Me Up." It sounded a little funny.
Hey, listen, Keith and Ronnie Wood are like those guys from Showbiz Pizza, the animatronic guys. I mean, they do the best they can. Meanwhile, Mick is just smoking them off.
Yeah, so I'm just nominating them in passing because I mean I'm second, but I'm sure someone else had the Rolling Stones, right?
Yeah.
All right. So and yeah, I did want to mention he's going to be very much big topic towards the end of the year. Bruce Springsteen.
Yes.
This is my favorite album by Bruce. I think the way he writes songs, the way he paints characters, tells a story is quite unique. The way he phrases all of his stories, his lyrics. Another person who is legendary because of the 3+ hour shows. Right, I've only been to one Springsteen concert and it was phenomenal, and he's still relevant. They're making a biopic of him. So
from that record, period.
Yes, around the time of Nebraska. And I saw the trailer. I think I like it quite a bit.
It's warmed me up to the idea. I was very nervous, but so far so good.
So, and this is my favorite one. Because I think the beauty of his songwriting shines quite a bit. Towards the 80s, some of the arrangements that he was putting on his music were questionable. But yeah.
Is that the Philadelphia soundtrack, right? No, isn't it?
Yeah, well, Philadelphia, no.
It's an actual question.
Nebraska.
No, the same era.
No,
a little bit later.
Philadelphia was 90s,
92.
right? That was 90.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not.
I think it was 91, 92.
So isn't the story that Springsteen pretty much had Born in the USA in the can, but he felt like, because of the first couple albums, his identity, his career was going in a direction he wanted to. So he kind of held that back to make Nebraska. He kind of used that as leverage to make Nebraska. And then he made the album he wanted to. I mean, he recorded it basically the tape in a room. It was very, let's call it personal. Have you guys heard that too about the Born? Because he had all the Born in the USA stuff pretty much.
That I don't know, but I do know that there's E Street Band's versions of Nebraska that possibly, and I'm not 100% sure that these were supposed to be demos that were on a tape, and afterwards I think his manager heard them, and I think they may have done sessions with the E Street Band. He didn't like those versions and then went back to the tape, and I think the tape was kind of like in his back pocket for a while. I don't know what they had to do in terms of trying to get the best sounding version out of what they had recorded. Because I think that it was on just a regular cassette tape. Jason, do you know any different? Or was it a mini recorder? I don't remember.
No, I think it was his Tascam 4-track.
It's a 4-track. Okay, yeah. So yeah, Bruce Springsteen.
All right, Groove Seeker, you're in the chair of intrigue.
Everybody knows what I'm going to show.
Tone Poets.
Oh, actually, close.
Oh, there it is.
The absolute legend. Now,
what's his name for our visually impaired?
Robert Zimmerman.
Robert Zimmerman.
Allen.
Just one moment, please. In your telephone number, we have caller ID.
We have caller ID. Robert Zimmerman is the name on the caller ID.
Also known as Blind Boy Grunt.
Ooh.
Also known as Bob Dylan.
Strong.
To me, I think, listen, I've seen Dylan 20 times. I haven't seen him in probably a decade. It's not the best show to consistently catch. I can say that, but we should feel very blessed.
We got a question from Timbo. Bob Dylan is still alive? ?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Confirmed.
Still alive.
Proof of life done.
Still putting out records. Put out one 2 years ago. Made a biopic on him too. Still on tour. He's with Willie Nelson on that Outlaws Festival now. But to me, this is you could argue McCartney, okay, but I think Dylan's number one for the living legend status for me.
And McCartney can go suck a fuck, but
checks all the boxes, by the way. Right, Trailblazer. I forgot the other two I said, but he checks them all.
Now, can I ask a record collector nerdy question?
Yeah.
Is that the Claudia cover?
No, this is a VMP mono.
Oh, look at this guy. Follow me, please.
Jason starts pulling up records, and I see Arnaldo. I'm like, oh damn, I'm not prepared for to show records on a show about records. Maybe I should go grab some stuff off my shelf.
Fair enough. In a pinch, we'll give it the VMP pass. But do you have a Claudia? It's a follow up.
I don't know. No, I don't.
No, we're gonna write that one this year. We're gonna fix that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Anyone out there, if you're not giving 19 cents a day to help John Bong, would you consider donating your Claudia in the gatefold?
Yeah, come on.
Claudia cover.
I think that's not the best pressing though. Those 60s pressings of
Arnaldo, you can see that kind of commentary over at the Steve Westman show. Okay, we are not about shootouts. Well, David's here. If David was here, we'd be about shootouts. But yes, I've heard the same thing. All right, John Bong in the flesh.
No, you go first.
Oh, you want me to go first? All right, I can do that.
We got a record.
All right, yeah, because we're gonna go around like one. Oh, you gotta get a record. All right, now hang on a second.
Yeah,
I gotta get this comment off the screen. And all right, so I'm gonna do a couple. Oh, we're getting bonged right now. All right, Living Legends. Maybe you've heard of this young lady. Her name is Dolly Parton. His album is Jolene. This is a blue. This is the one I grabbed. I was kind of like Groove Seeker. I just grabbed one. I didn't grab my original, but yes. Wrote Jolene and I'll Always Love You in the same day. Same day. Come on. It's not like Beyonce having 19 people writing the songs for her.
Beyonce.
You just Beato us?
I Beatoed you. So then we've got, I don't know if you've heard of this guy. His name is Willie Nelson. Now, it's hard to recognize him because this is Beardless Willie.
Sexual golf.
Yes, but this is this is surprisingly a very collectible record. I know
he's helping her with her putt, I believe.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's a gentleman's game. It's a golf because I'm huge into golf. So I've
never seen Willie Nelson with like not using shorts.
It's like Willie Nelson about to join the VC, right?
Or with a hat. With like a silly hat.
So I'm gonna go Willie Nelson. Obviously broke in as a songwriter. He wrote "Crazy" for Patsy Cline.
Happy Gilmore 2 vibes.
Well, he may be, and he's like 96, 7, 8. I mean, he's up there. So I got to do a living legend while he's here with us, Willie Nelson.
I can't believe you have that record. That record's rare. That one's one of the hardest ones to get.
It is.
Did you forget who you're talking to? I mean,
I'm talking to a legend.
Damn.
I'm not on camera, but I'm hearing everything. So it's like you're not the only one who can Rojas.
So yeah, this is true. So then I'm gonna go since this is round one. We're gonna do 2 rounds. This one's from Matt since he is joining us. He did throw out John Mellencamp. Some call him John Cougar. Some call him John Cougar Mellencamp.
I call him the Coug.
I just call him Coogie. Coogie Howser, rock and roll star. I'm not gonna bring any politics into this, but my man. He is some would say he's the lighter alternative to Bruce Springsteen, but I'm going to be honest, and please, Bruce fans, hold your ears. John's my guy over Bruce. I said it.
Wow.
I said it. But he's also an Indiana boy.
Can't do any drops.
Yeah, that's
not fair.
That's just a Midwest. That's just a regional thing.
You got to represent the Midwest.
That proves Jose's point about location, right? You're just a Coug.
I don't know I don't know that guy. Like I've never heard of that guy.
What? You've never heard of John Mellencamp?
No, what the fuck is that? She looks weak.
Well, that's a Tower Records sticker, Jose. I don't know if you've heard of Tower Records.
Yeah, it was $5 for a reason.
Shots fired.
Well, I for real. Maybe I've heard a song from him, but I don't.
So Kevin's here. Me, myself, and my vinyl. Is it single artists or bands? Both. I've got for round 2. I'll bring a band up to the dais, to the pulpit of conversation. So stick around. That's what we call the tease. It's a tease. Now another tease in the flesh. John Bong. Who are some true living legends?
Well, I only brought like mainstream because you guys, if I show like a rare motherfucker, you're not gonna be like.
No, we're not trying to out Rojas you. I came correct. I didn't grab the right Dolly, but I did have the right Willie.
I'll my first. I have a lot, but I'll go with one first.
Let's do about 3. Can you start 3 and we'll do round 2?
This is Bill Callahan. So I to me, Americana music was something that I thought was like a lost art. And then when I was like 13, 14, I encountered this in CD format, and I was like, "What the fuck is that cover?" And I was drawn into it. And if you guys don't know Bill Callahan or hear under Smog, he's a beautiful singer-songwriter, sometimes country, sometimes folky, sometimes avant-garde, even noisy at first. The first records are very noisy and weird. I got to see him at what do you call that in English? Presbyterian Church in Austin, Texas. He lives there now, and every single time I'm in Austin, I'm like, what happens if I meet him? And I haven't. So,
Jose, is this true? BK says that's cover art by Loki Tio.
yes.
Loki Tio designed.
Actually, what's funny is that this is a first press of this record, which is not expensive or anything to get. But for whatever reason, one of my favorite labels of all time is Drag City Records, which they have so many incredible artists, incredible stuff. But they've only done like one color vinyl, which is great. And then they did 2 half-speed masters. So this is the half-speed master version, which is unnecessary and stupid, but I that's why I got it. So I have 2 copies of it. And the only difference is the OG has like the poster is a different shape, different size. Oh, here's the guy, so you can see it because I didn't show him, right? Here's him shaving. There you go. So there you go.
So while people are putting up Tiger Beat posters in their rooms,
Look at that beautiful back cover.
Putting up a man shaving.
I think I have every single record by him except the first one, and not because I don't want to. It's just like I've always bought him when I see him. So when I go to Texas or whatever, and I see one of his records, I buy them. And I'm only missing the first one, which is the noisy, weird stuff. All right, so that was the first one. Second one, and I'll do a one in Spanish because why not?
Oh, Cesar, are you here?
Yeah,
Cesar,
so this is Charlie Garcia, which he's still alive, almost on his deathbed. If you look videos of him up, I don't know what's wrong with him, but he has like some health issues or whatever. But he was in Ceru Irán, Sui Generis, a bunch of incredible bands. One of my favorite, La Máquina de Hacer Pájaros, the machine to make birds, bird making machine, or whatever you want to call it in English. But a true living legend in Spanish is another band he was in that I absolutely love. If you like prog, but also like poppy prog, but not pretentious in any way, beautiful lyrics, even when translated, this is a great record. I would say this is like top 2, top 3 records in Spanish in general for me that I put a lot. These are reissue that came with a CD. Something that you guys might not know is that in Spain and a lot of reissues here in Latin America, instead of putting like a download code, they actually come with a CD, which I think it's great because if you wanted to put it on your computer or have 2 formats in one, I think that's great. All right, I'll do one more for this round, and that'll be Caetano Veloso. I just grabbed the first one this is a reissue, fuck it. But this is actually a good reissue made by Jack White, which is normally not something I would say. But this is a good reissue. This is Caetano Veloso from Brazil, one of the first psychedelic Tropicalia artists to really make a difference. This is his first self-titled record because he has a lot of them. But this is very beautiful. For whatever reason, they reissued the mono version, which I'm not mad about. But they did a decent job doing it. And I don't know. I'm just surprised. The thing about artists like this is like if you go to Spotify or whatever, the records people are normally more interested in is definitely not the popular stuff in Brazil. In Brazil, most of his stuff is like the new stuff. It's more in demand, which talks about how much an artist transcends boundaries and frontiers, because over there he's revered by whatever he's doing new. Like any new stuff, it's great. And anywhere else, he's most like the 60s, 70s stuff, which is amazing. But very underrated. Not hard to get. Again, it's this is a records thing.
Nice.
Universal Music. So I would suggest everyone can get it. I'm not a huge fan of like most of the artists the VC is in love with in Brazil. To me, it's him.
Like who? Well, come on, let's go. Like who?
Like Tom say, like it's good, but
Okay.
What?
It's just like this guy. The lyrics again, the psychedelic out there stuff. It's really beautiful, very and all the 80s, 90s stuff. It's hold on a lot, and the new music. I think it's very beautiful. So it's like. It's sort of like Dylan, right? You could say he's the Bob Dylan in Brazil, but when people talk about Bob Dylan only about his first records, I get tired. I'm like, he did so many.
Shots fired, Chris. Shots fired.
No, that's fired. I think he agrees with me. Like, it's just there's so many great music that it's just dumb to just see him as his first record. So yeah, Caetano Veloso, I would say like. Chico Huarque, it's another one, very underrated.
I thought you were going to take shots at the living legend Tim Maya. Well, I don't know if he's still living. I don't know that much. Or Milton Nascimento. Is Milton Nascimento still alive? Okay.
Yeah, Milton Nascimento.
Gal Costa? Is she
but
still alive?
No, Gal Costa is very much dead. I remember with Jason, we mourned her once.
There was a candle tribute. I missed it. Okay.
But it's just like, you are more focused on what's like movie type music, and I'm more focused on whatever I can understand for Portuguese.
Fair enough.
So this is more like lyrical, weirdy stuff out there. Because he lived in England, so he was at the same time, all these 60s psychedelic music was going on. He was writing it as along, so he was not taking tribute. He was like at the same time composing music, which I think adds up to like this brilliance and seeing how much he could influence with his own style. So he was not trying to do UK type psychedelia. He was doing Tropicalia with every single like different stuff. So I don't know. It's just I don't know.
I got a question for Jose.
Yes.
Hold up that other record. The one
Which
by
other record?
The one by Charlie.
Charlie Garcia. This one?
No, I'm sorry. The next one.
The Charlie Garcia one.
Yes.
Yes. Who is Olivia Neutron Bomb?
It just so La Grasa de los Capitales, that's the name of that. It translates to like the shitty, bottomless people of the city. Okay. So they're trying to say like, shitty people in cities will always exist. So this is supposed to be like a tabloid.
Okay.
So, which is funny because where does it say? Pedro Aznar, who's gay. He was like, everybody was like speculating who he was like with at the time. So that's why it says it like that.
Kind of like a tabloid,
Yeah, it's just
okay.
I don't remember the name. Maybe Cesar remembers the name, but of the magazine Vive, something like that in Spanish. It's still like popular. It's like where you see like all these like rich people have a party and they invite like a photographer, and I don't know if that's a thing in the US, but over here it's like, but yeah, so it just says dumb things to make fun of people like tabloidy.
Actual person.
But this is a beautiful record, and again, not pretentious proggy music, which yeah.
All right, let's zip through round two. I do want to get a shout out to Stunty is here. I know he's DJing at a festival, so appreciate him taking some time. It's his festival, yeah. So he's winding down with surface noise. It is said surface noise does put some people to sleep. So Stunty, if that is going to help you in this instance, it's okay, not an insult. All right, round two. We'll go swiftly. See what I did there? Swiftly. Starting with the Groove Seeker. Got a couple more to show us. Living Legends.
I'm gonna fire off 4 real quick. So
Hey-o.
one's a 2 for, because this class is almost gone. But you got Ron Carter and Herbie Hancock. That's
There you
right.
go.
So they're still around. Ron's still playing. Obviously, Herbie is too. Herbie's the youngest out of the bunch. This one's for the kids. Got to represent hip hop. Jay-Z is a living legend.
Attaboy. Yes, sir.
96. He's 96's first record. Evolved, transformed, expanded on his business ventures.
That's right, Jay-Z. You are a hustler, sir.
This guy's still around and kicking. I thought I saw their farewell tour, but I guess they're back on tour. That's George Clinton.
Yeah, somebody had mentioned George in the gallery. I that was on my mind. I couldn't find one at the ready, but I'm glad you brought him up.
And I know she's not really performing. It's at least on her own shows. I know she made an appearance, I guess, on the Grammys a couple of years ago. But Joni's a living legend, right up there with Bob.
Stack, yeah.
In my mind. So
digging it. All right, Mr. the King of the VC, Jason Rojas, round 2. What do you got?
So, because this guy did not pursue his comedy career, he's a living legend by going to DSD.
No.
Don't talk about DSD. Don't talk about record cleaning, right? Don't talk about it was digitally recorded. So this living legend, right?
Have a Coke and a smile and shut the fuck up.
By the way, that guy pissed off like people repairing his house the other day. You saw that?
Well, yeah. I mean, he was blaring the music so loud, right? They're like, we don't need to hear this shit.
They didn't understand that they're in a holy temple of music, and clearly it wasn't explained to them. Yes.
And by the way, why would he put like records next to like the heater? Isn't that weird? He had records next to the heater. Anyway,
maybe they were warped.
Right.
That's his room of torture. Like if you get like a record he doesn't like, he puts it there.
So
living legend, Michael Fremer. Fair enough.
Right. Another living legend. We'll go quick, right?
Yeah.
So when the band imploded back in, I think, I'm going to think here, maybe it was 87 or 88. Arnaldo can correct me. He decided to go his own way. Right.
Oh boy!
And he decided that he shall continue. Right?
I had it ready.
Right.
For the second round.
We've got a Morrissey showdown. Different albums. That one's a little bit more provocateur. But, yeah.
That's right.
Mazzy feet, right?
That's right.
That's the Quentin Tarantino cover.
That's all I got for now. We're good.
Delightful. All right. Well, we're going to do a Morrissey handoff. So since Arnaldo already had it up, Morrissey, is it Morrissey is a living legend? The Smiths is a living legend?
No, I want to say Morrissey's a living legend. If you're lucky and you buy tickets to one of his shows and he doesn't cancel.
He didn't cancel. That's right.
You will still be able to witness. He still sounds fantastic.
Yes.
He's been ranting on and rambling on a little bit too much, but if you love Morrissey, you're going to love his rants and his rambles because there's the diehards, right? But yeah, we'll see. Apparently, he's got two albums in the can that nobody wants to release. Poor him.
One down, one to go.
That's right, Macho Man. One down, one to go.
And an artist that makes a record once every 10 years, I want to say. She hasn't made a record. She's been releasing it. And I'm talking about Sade.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought Tracy Chapman might have been the one, but
I think Tracy Chapman's retired. Yeah, but Sade, I've never seen her live.
That's it's I've never seen it either, but I have I dated a girl once who educated me on Sade and the power of Sade in the after hours time, and ever since
you put in hours away, huh?
Oh, Sade, I do.
It sounds like you put hours into
it. It is
there might have been some hours involved. There might have been a lot of sweating involved, Jose, and a lot of dancing of a different variety, not upright, if you know what I'm saying. But anyway, I digress.
No, you just she sets the mood, no matter which
mood, and
no matter which record of hers you put on, it always sounds like a classic.
Yes,
right. I did put on the classic, the first album, but I mean, I'm showing the first album. And Sade is really the group, though. Her name is Sade Adu, but it's always the same 4 members.
Shava
Right?
Shava Do. What's her name?
Correct me if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully they will make a
100% right.
record sometime soon. Because the last box set that came out had 1 slot of foam, which was meant for the next album.
Yes.
And that was 4 years ago. So we're still waiting.
Keeping us waiting. That's her.
Just one more.
Sure.
These guys have been around for more than 30 years. I'm going to piss off Cesar because he's going to fight me when Kurt Cobain, or actually Butch Vig, stole the guitar sound from Billy Corgan to make 2 other records. So, yeah, they're coming out. I mean, they're still touring. They're celebrating. I forgot which anniversary of the record. And
Is that the guy from the wrestling?
It's NWA promoter William Corgan.
William Corgan, who's also
William P.
huge.
Corgan, I think. Yes.
Doesn't he have some kind of? What does he have? What is it? What's his involvement with wrestling?
He owns the promotion. It's called the National Wrestling Alliance, and he bought the naming, and so he runs it out of Atlanta. And they tour a little bit. They've come to St. Louis. Now we're talking about wrestling. So now I'm back in my arena. And we actually saw them. They came to St. Louis for their 73rd anniversary show. And yeah, it's like he calls himself William P. Corgan.
Yes.
To be kind of like a heelish persona, but yeah, he owns everything.
Yeah.
Big wrestling fan.
For those fans of the Smashing Pumpkins, tomorrow is a pre-order day for the magnum opus of Machina.
But he's selling that through his like tea store, right?
Yes, right? Adam Zuzu will have the complete vision of Melancholy, and no, I'm sorry, not Melancholy, Machina. Sorry, this is Melancholy. Anyway, that's it. That's enough for me.
I like it. All right, Jose, do you want to go, or do you want me to go?
You can go first.
All right. Well, got a couple more. Took my Joni Mitchell, but I had Joni in my pile. Now, I'm going to have a little fun because he's a legend to me, and that is Mr. Yacht Rock himself, the Silver Fox, Michael McDonald.
Oh, my gosh.
L.O. Cool J, maybe you've heard of him. Ladies Love Cool James. One of the pioneers. I know he's not one of the originators, but he's definitely somebody who took hip-hop to the next level.
Wasn't he on NCIS or something?
Hell of an actor, great dimples. He holds a gun like nobody's business. I'd say LL Cool J better than Ice-T as a TV cop. Somebody said Neil earlier, so I've got this greatest hits from Neil Young.
Yes, I'm surprised no one brought him up until now. Good one, Chan.
I saw a couple in the comments.
But is he still good live? See, I'm trying to still stay true to the ones that are still holding it.
So that's a great insert, Arnaldo, because I did see him at the Bottle Rocks Festival in 2019 in San Francisco in Napa Valley, and he was playing with Promise of the Real, right? And we left we started right on the rail, like we waited for Neil, and after 4 songs, we're like, wow, we need to get a little away from this. And another 3 songs we got by the end of about the 8th song, we were almost in the parking lot. Wanted to be.
Oh no!
Yeah, so it wasn't a good scene, but it is what it is. And then talking about bands, the mighty Metallica.
They suck dick now.
No, no.
I saw Metallica like 2 years ago. Lars. I never thought he could suck more shit. Like,
listen,
but he's getting worse.
One of the things you worry about with these living legends is seeing them in concert before they lose their fastball or before they can get it over the plate, like Neil Young had some trouble doing. No. I saw them in 2023. They came through. They did the 2 nights thing they're kind of doing right now on the 72 Seasons tour, and they still could do it. Now, is it as good as I saw them in '96 or 2002? No. But come on. And Megaforce, everybody knows 83. Dave Mustaine, one of my favorite what ifs. What if they hadn't fired Dave Mustaine? I don't think they would still have been around, but Jose, I got to disagree. John Bong, I got to disagree with you. Lars, but the band overall, as a collective unit, you got to see it. You got to see it.
The Nickelback of drummers.
Cesar is right. He says Metallica is legend. Brian is here. Hell yeah, Metallica. Kendall saw them less than a month ago, and they still bring it. So it's not their 99 mile per hour fastball, but it gets the job done. And I'm glad they're still out there, because that's the other thing, a living legend. If they're not living, can't see them. Back to you, John Bong. What you got?
I'm still shocked by that.
the first pressing, the Megaforce first pressing. Is that?
Yeah, I'm doing very, very mainstream stuff.
It's okay. It's okay. That's why we're here.
Because Mark Boyd says Yo La Tengo, and I 100% agree. I was gonna do Spaceman 3, but I think no one here knows what the fuck that is. But so I'll throw in one of my all-time favorites, Mr. Thurston Moore. So this is
Thurston Moore. I feel like I know a band he's played in. I might have got one of the records recently. It was an accident, because I shouldn't have had a record like that. It was Sonic Olds or Audio Olds. Is that what it is?
It's yes.
Audio Old Timers. Yeah, I took it back.
All right, so this is my signed. I saw him at Mohawk in Austin, Texas, and Steel Shelby also signed it, which is a weird signature. Thorsten's very. Oh, by the way, Katy Perry's getting separated from Orlando Bloom. Nobody though.
Oh no, Jose, that's a terrible lead-in. Hang on a second. We've got we don't break news often here, but
breaking news. San Diego.
Breaking news: Katy Perry has left. Who is it?
Orlando Bloom.
Orlando Bloom. Yes, the guy from Lord of the Rings. Yes.
Her record sucks so much shit that he was like, I don't know, fuck.
John, is it John? Did you break them up? Did the spirit of John Bong? Were you the wedge after she came back from outer space?
No, she did it on herself. She was like, "What's Dr. Luke? What's his name?"
Oh, that producer, yeah.
Yeah, he produced the record, so she fucked up. So it's on her, I guess.
The Thurston Moore, living legend, Thurston Moore.
Isn't Dr. Luke so 2010?
Yes.
That's apparently why Orlando Bloom left her. Is that the beats didn't fit anymore for 15 years old.
All right, then I'll put the other obvious. That nobody said anything. This is
Stooges. Yeah, we got a lot of Iggy's. I saw John Bit Bop Boom. Several people.
I think only one of them is still alive, right?
This guy's definitely dead.
Yeah, no.
But
I don't know who else. Are the others alive besides Iggy?
Yeah, the others are dead.
They're dead. Okay.
Yes, they're dead.
Oh no!
But great bands. One of my without this, you definitely don't have this. So I don't know. It's just for a long time. I don't know. There are bands that I don't listen to, like classic rock anymore in my free time at all. But I'll say Sabbath and Stooges, MC5 are like, because I play guitar, so it's like if you play guitar, you can't get away from sounds, and this guitar sound is beautiful. Not my favorite Stooges record. I just grabbed the first one that I saw.
So John Bong, quick question. You mentioned Sabbath. They're about to play this final show. Are they living legends? Even though Ozzy has Parkinson's, he's not going to stand up.
Well, and you're making the point there, because I don't consider Sabbath being Ozzy. Mr. Tony Iommi is Black Sabbath. Every single era he was always in.
He is Mr. Black Sabbath. Fair enough.
He is Mr. Black Sabbath. I love him without Ozzy. I love him with Dio. Every single era they had Headless Cross. I like it. So Tear is pretty great. But yeah, Stooges. I would say like Iggy Pop, who I think just had his retirement show not that long ago. Pretty great. One of the last guitar players for his band was a girl from a band called Las Nubes from Argentina that Thorsten produces. So you know, that's I guess whatever. But yeah, I just, you know, I think that I fucking hate some like I won't even say the name. That's how much I hate the most popular song from this record. I skip it every single time. But
and what is that, John, for the audience playing at home?
I Want to Be Your Dog. I can't listen to
it's
that.
not bong approved. It's
just songs that I don't want to listen to until the day I die. It's like I've listened to it so long. But Anne's pretty great. John Cale produced this record with Bowie, and they disagree on how they sound. They both sound like ass if you listen to both of them. But it's the crude sound of the guitar that always brings it back to me. Yeah, Bob Mould could have been. Yeah, could have.
Yeah, John Bibb Boom says I see dead people, and that's true.
Yeah.
So we're gonna give John Bong a technicality on this one. We'll give him the Iggy part of it.
Well, I was doing the Iggy, and one of my all-time favorite musicians of all time. He's definitely not performing. Mr. Robert Wyatt. I love him more than I can express. He is founding member of the Wildflowers, then of Self Machine. He's played with anyone and everyone from John Cage to Bjork. But this is a Nick Mason produced record that I can remember. He only did this one and Shamal from Gong. But Robert Wyatt, amazing record. He recorded this after becoming a, what do you call that? Well, he's in a wheelchair now.
Teddy Pendergrass. Is that who?
Yes.
Okay.
But this is a beautiful record. Very avant-garde poppy. That's what I would call it. It has some passages that it's definitely out there and everything, but it's very easy to digest music. Like you're listening to it and it doesn't feel pretentious at all. It just feels like music. He wants you to be a little weirded out by. Robert Wyatt is all over anything Pink Floyd related. I don't even think Pink Floyd would be exist if it wasn't for Robert Wyatt, because he influenced all of them. Soft Machine definitely influenced them. The Liquid Light shows they were doing at the UFO, a bunch of stuff. He played on the Syd Barrett solo stuff. He played with anyone and everyone. So I don't know, just a living legend that he's not doing very well health-wise, and I'm probably
give him his flowers. I like it.
Yes,
good stuff, guys. Well, there's some we didn't hit. Stevie Nicks, it looked like it was in Arnaldo's pile. I saw that one come in from the gallery. Me, myself, and my vinyl. The Talking Heads, yeah, that was Jason's got the Talking Heads there. And again, we could do this for hours. I'm sure. Fortunately, that's the good news. The bad news is a lot of living legends are they're starting to leave us. Seaferg, new friend, says Carol K. Is it going? Now this one's a tough one. Not the Talking Heads. Paul and Ringo. I think Arnaldo mentioned Paul in passing. But then I saw a comment about Frankie Valli. And Frankie Valli looking like Showbiz Pizza performers. And that's a pretty spot on analysis. I got to be honest with you. I saw it and I wanted to laugh and cry and applaud in all three ways. Gary Newman, legend. There you go. He's in a haunted house show. You saw that? Gary, I did not see. Yeah, see the record keeper. Speaking of Showbiz Pizza, Frankie Valli. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about with the Ozzy thing, because I think Ozzy will still actually sing, but I'm curious how the Parkinson's gonna play into this whole deal. But Kimbo says I really expected a Ween reference from the Bong guy. Yeah, Dean Ween, Gene Ween, Steve Ween, the Wieners. Yes, that's right. Weird Al. Yeah, Weird Al probably could have made the cut. Yeah, Melvins. Here we go. Yeah. Now, see, Wyoming Dave. Now, you're right and wrong, Dave. You said Elvis Presley. He is a legend. But is he alive?
He's still alive. He's with Tupac.
He's with Tupac. Yeah.
No, is this
Kurt Cobain?
Guys, I'm getting really
Island.
This was the guy from Milli Vanilli who died.
Yeah, we got a feature in the second hour of Elvis Presley. Did somebody see him at a Subway? Getting a number 6. Number 6. Anyway, all right. Well, let's wind down the first part. Living Legends, I think we did well. Maybe we'll bring that one back, because we are out of ideas, so we do need to bring them back, give them the life support sometimes. I want to thank my guests. We're going to get into the second hour coming up, freestyle. I'm going to show some cheap heat. That's what we call, again, another tease. We'll bring back cheap heat. I want to thank my guests from Monterey, the man from Monterey, the one, the only, John Bong. John, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having.
And then fresh off the market,
Heartbreaker.
Forget Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. It's Arnaldo and the Heartbreaker. Arnaldo is the Heartbreaker. Arnaldo, congratulations again. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
The king of the VC, His Royal Highness, heir to Michael Fremer's estate, Jason Rojas. Jason, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me on Concert Buddy. It's a hard VC life.
Water heater on.
Right.
And then starting power forward from the Empire State, the Groove Seeker, Mr. Vinyl Me Please himself, Chris. Always good to have you, sir.
Thank you, guys.
And that is the end of this segment. And then we go like this. It's bonus time. Bonus time, boys. Surface noise, bonus time. Let's talk some cheap heat. This was a popular segment. We don't have to get too deep where we can. We'll see how it goes. We do have Steve Westman breathing down our necks in about 30 minutes. 30 minutes. The VC Civil War is reignited. We thought we had the peace accords. We went to Camp David, a.k.a. Amoeba Records in Berkeley, smoked it out, and he's back. So let's get into some cheap heat. Who would like to start?
Can I start?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
When did we do this last? So I apologize if I'm showing the same record.
Oh, no. We can't have – this is no repeats. No repeats.
Well, maybe you'll tell me if I did show
right.
it. I may have shown it in another category because –
Fair enough. It's okay to show a record twice. No harm.
Yeah.
No judgment.
So this one – this is the first David Bowie album that I bought. Let's Dance. His probably most commercially successful. This is the US version. You could still find it cheap.
Define cheap in your eyes.
If you pay more than $15 for this, right? I think you overpaid by $5.
Yes, and as a refresher, before Arnaldo gets real deep, we're trying to keep cheap heat around $20, más o menos. So right. That's kind of like ideally we could get these in, 20 and under. But if it's a few bucks over, if it's less than 30 for
15,
sure.
I think, okay, probably in certain markets you may pay 15. I've seen it for 8. I've seen it for 12. Yes. This came with a hype sticker, so I think I may have paid 15 or something. Unfortunately, the shrink was not in the best shape, so I had to kind of cut around the hype sticker. It would not have survived much longer. Recorded beautifully, mixed by Bob Clearmountain, and cut by Bob Ludwig. So, yeah,
Robert Ludwig. I've heard that name before. What was he a general in the Resistance? Robert Ludwig.
Yes, he was.
The ear resistance, the audiophile resistance. Yes.
Then can I show another one?
Please.
Let's stay in the same vein. Mixed by Bob Clearmountain, also cut by Bob Ludwig, one of my all-time favorite records, Roxy Music.
Nice.
According to Mr. Fremer, you want to have the American version versus the UK version.
That just sounds like prejudice to me, but what do I know?
Well, I mean, some people will say country of origin. What do you mean, Roxy Music?
Or, I know. Yeah,
almost all of Brian Ferry and the later Roxy Music were all cut by Bob Ludwig, mixed maybe I don't know all of them, but this one was mixed by Bob Clearmountain, and the music speaks for itself. Recorded beautifully, and I think you could still find it under $20. 15, 18, you can probably find a good copy of this. I've seen it for less, but it all depends where you're shopping.
I dig it. All right.
And if you don't have those 2 albums, you should get them.
Yeah, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with
right?
you? If you're not going online to find Arnaldo's registry or his Amazon wish list or his Discogs wish list to celebrate his nuptials, do the man a favor and go out and get those albums at least. Please. Cheap Heat. Cheap Heat. Thank you. That's today's service announcement. Let's go to your tag team partner from the Empire State, Guru Seeker. Cheap Heat time. What do you got?
Ooh, I got a bunch. I'll be quick though. I think you can find these records. Like I paid less than $10 for these. I love this group, Philadelphia soul group, the Stylistics.
Oh,
these are like
fun,
in good condition, like $8-10 records. This one's around 2, and then this one's Let's Put It All Together. These are kind of like my parents played a lot of this stuff growing up on the radio in New York. So to me, this is like a steal.
Didn't I Blow Your Mind?
That was the Delphonics.
Sorry. What is their main hit that was redone?
Break Up to Make Up. Is that right, Rojas? Is it Break Up to Make Up?
That's the one with You've Made Me Feel.
Oh, You Made Me Feel Brand New. Yeah, that's another big hit of theirs.
That's them?
Yes.
Yep.
And did they also who did Betcha by Golly Wow? Wow. Was it them?
It might have been them.
No, I think it's them, yeah.
Who?
It's them.
It's them, yeah. And this is kind of more not really a love song album. This is a little bit more political driven, but this has got some really cool stuff on it. Like Children of the Night is a good song to sample and check out. So Cheap Heat, man. You find these all over pretty inexpensively.
Real quick, I do want to give a quick shout out. Jeff Harris, friend of the show, Vinyl Record Info, is the master of the Cheap Heat. This was his suggestion a long time ago when he joined us. So he'll be back on the Surface Noise Airwave soon, but I did want to give a shout out. Channel is Vinyl Record Info. Sorry, Chris. Please continue.
No, that's okay. In same vein, these guys are from Detroit, though. I think they were on Motown early, but this is they later run up on Stax. This is the Best of the Dramatics. Their big hit was What You See Is What You Get. They had a few others, but this is like a $5 record when you see it. It's worth having.
Oh, we got some trash talk from Wyoming Dave. He said, "You guys don't know who did Betcha by Golly? Wow, come on, guys.
I knew it was that.
I think this is what we call getting punked by Wyoming Dave. How's it feel, guys? I think we should all wear the crown of shame. Jason, I know you've got a crown of triumph, but the rest of us are wearing a crown of shame right now. Thanks, Wyoming Dave.
And the last thing I'm going to highlight is a series. Now, I like these records because they're kind of high-level genre, but then they're very inexpensive. So, like, once I tackle them, I like to give them away. I don't know if you guys have ever picked these up with the Rough Guide series.
I've seen those, but I've never.
Yeah, I have a few of those. Yeah,
these are awesome. Like on Discogs right now, they're like $5, $8, $10. Most of them. There's a couple that are kind of collectible.
Are they like comps or like what would you describe?
Yeah, and I don't buy a lot of comps, but I buy these when I see them if they're cheap. But yeah,
are they like samplers more?
Yeah, it's kind of like the cornerstones of every genre they put together. So like it's good to like if you're interested in a genre. To kind of start here and kind of branch off into artists. So this is like a psychedelic samba one, which is pretty cool. I have a lot of the African ones. Music of West Africa.
Did they make that artwork like in Word or something?
I don't know.
Microsoft Word.
I don't know. They're $10 and they come with a
yeah, I think they did. Look, that's the Paperclip guy. If you look closely in the bottom left-hand corner, it's Paperclip. There he is. It? Got him. No.
Windows 95.
Oh, these are cool though. Rough Guide Tamale, Rough Guide Tamale Blues.
Tamales.
African Rare Groove. This is a good one.
So how many of these do you think you have, Chris, if I can ask?
God, I don't know. Probably like I only grabbed like whatever I could fit in my hand right here, but probably like another 15 of them or so. But I usually give them away. Like when I get into it and I figure out who I want to explore, then I just kind of pass them along. So, but they're cool. They're inexpensive for the most part. There's a couple that are like the early ones. I think
some came out on Record Store Day.
Some came out on Record Store Day. There's a whole CD collection. The Rough Guide puts out books too, like high level.
I have a few that came out on Record Store Day.
Yeah, they're cool. So check Discogs. They're pretty inexpensive.
I like it. All right. John Bong, you want to go next, or do you want to go to the king of the VC?
No, I will.
His Royal Highness. Let's go to His Royal Highness,
Right.
Jason Rojas.
Don't
Cheap
show the
Heat.
fucking.
Now, going back to the last time we did Cheap Heat, Jason was killing it. I think there is almost unanimous. If we would have done like a Simon Cowell kind of vote, like the gallery was saying, Jason was the
Simon Cowell looking like
that's probably where his regal reign began as king of the VC on that Cheap Heat show. But what do you have as a follow up?
1985, you had a lot of competition, right? You had a band that had a big hit from the gate, and then they struggled with their second record. They had to come back. So this is the Cheap Heat right here. ABC, How to Be a Zillionaire, right? They have a song here called 15 Story Halo. That's about the lady's dildo.
Oh my goodness!
Is when Smokey
I don't even know how to
sings
say
on
it.
No, that's the next record.
Okay, this one I'm not a fan of.
What? You don't like this? This thing's all like super poppy, you know?
No.
Oh, man.
And I like ABC.
You ever heard the song "Be Near Me"? That's a classic
Yes,
song.
I know.
It's
Be Near
on
Me.
this record.
Yes, I know. Be Near Me.
You know?
I don't know. I think their sound got really cheapened. You start off with their first album.
Of course it's cheapened. I mean, look, there's no real picture of them, right? They're cartoons. Like,
Oh man! This looks like a menu from like Steak and Shake or something.
That's right. This is when you're gonna cheese. You cheese it right. You know.
As someone that's never heard that record, I don't want to even fucking.
What are you talking about? Like, you have two members in the band that don't even play instruments or sing. They were just there to, spruce it up.
I gotta say, those cartoon guys' hair is on point. I mean, that's somebody who lost his a while ago. That's some awesome hair.
Come on.
It looks like what the Jetsons and some shit like that.
That's right.
I like it.
85. Come on. This is it.
What did you pay for that? The record store paid you to take it, or
did you buy an expensive record and they shipped it as a filler?
Oh my God!
Alex Rodriguez, Record Safari gave it to him.
A lot of haters here. A lot of haters on the ABC right here.
No, I like ABC, but that's not my favorite. Okay.
Darren Recordhound says, "You seem to be offended by the mention of dildos, yet you freely talk Steely Dan."
Oh man.
Willem S. Burroughs.
Fair enough.
Soft Machine.
Can't win here.
Do you have another Cheap Heat, or do you want to go round?
Sure. So Arnaldo was showing like Sade, right? Earlier, she was part of that whole Sophista pop world, right? People tend to forget that this band metamorphosized into this sort of like trip hop thing, right? But before that, they were part of that Sophista pop world.
Everything but the girl.
Everything but the girl. Eden.
I knew you were going there.
1984, right? So you could have been buying Van Halen, or you could have been buying this, So if you're into Sophistopop, amazing singing, right? Classic sort of like music. This is a Cheap Heat. I mean, shout out to the Rev here.
The Rev is here. His Royal Highness has acknowledged that the clergy, the Reverend Rock and Rollin', says technically a dildo is Cheap Heat. We got to check with the Home Office on that one, Rev. But I think you're not wrong.
I don't know what the last time the Rev bought a dildo, but those shits are like $40, man. That's not. I don't.
I got to ask the Rev something here since he's on.
We've got private comms. Is what's going on here?
Rev, are you playing in Sixpence None the Richer? This guy right there. Are you? When did you join the band? Let us know in the comments.
Moonlighting, Rev, a man of many talents. I like it. Look at this.
It looks like what's the guy from
Kiss Me, indeed, Rev. Come on.
The TV show. I Think You Should Leave. It looked like every single guy looked like that for some reason.
Enjoy it. All right, John Bong, would you like to go, or you want me to go?
I can go, I guess.
Let's do it
this time.
Bong us out, brother.
My approach is it's going to be records that are still in print that are like $15 or less.
Can I just interrupt you 1 second, John? Showing the Tracy Chapman record for $5.
No,
Does not count. That is not $5 here in the United States.
All right, good. We had to get that off. Yeah, get that out in the open. The Tomato Lady has been known to provide the cheapest of heat, but we got to be honest. We got to weigh that in accordingly.
No, I'm gonna show records that from the label normally they're like $15 or less.
All right.
So it's still in print records that you can get cheaply that I think should be in everyone's collection. First off, it's one of my favorites. It's Slint Spiderland. You can see the price tag there from End of an Ear. It says $14.99. It was brand new when I bought it. But this is one of my favorite records of all time. Growing up, it meant a lot. I still listen to it like 4 times a year at least, which is a lot because I have this record just tattoo on my head.
Tattooed on your brain area.
I don't have to listen to it to to enjoy it.
You are the record. You are the
know it. And I know most of them, the guitar, so I don't really have to. But this cover was shot by Bonnie Prince Billy because it was their friends. So he hang around with them a lot. Actually, in the first record, it's also him in the thing. But this is brand new. It's like $20. A beautiful band. I still want them to reunite one last time so I can see them because I didn't see them when they were reunited.
What label are they on? Did you say already?
Touch and Go.
Touch and Go. Okay.
Chicago. There you go.
Chicago.
You didn't see them during the reunion tour? Oh man.
No. I was in the university when that happened, and I was still not like 100% going to like Austin and shit like that when they did. But I would recommend this if you enjoy. I don't even know how to begin to describe their sound, but it's a little spoken wordish, very indie, very darky. I don't know. It's just coming of age music that I enjoy a lot still. And as a guitar, I think that it's the sound of the guitar is beautiful. This is also from when I was in the university.
Angel Olsen. I used to have that one, and I moved off of it. But yes, cheap for sure.
Yeah, this is like $15.
Yes,
when you see it, Angel Olsen.
For No Witness.
It's not her debut, but it's her debut on a major label. This was actually like her third record. There's one called Cactus before, and one that's her on the cover that nobody knows. But this is just poppy. I wouldn't call it punky, but something like that distortion thing. And this came out when I was in university, and I think this pretty much. I used to play this like every single day when I got it. It was an interesting era that I had. I don't know why I'm picking out things from when I was in the university, but here's Mac DeMarco. The second record, it's called 2. This is always in print. I think everybody should have a copy of this. When people say like, "Oh, there's no good music made in," just grab this. It has its own sound. This is like every single band from like 5-10 years ago. They all wanted to sound like this asshole. Doesn't matter what. So I think if you think of like. Somebody actually like put a mark on how other bands started sounding. It's him. Like a lot of bands wanted to sound like him. He's doing more acoustic-y, mellow songs, but I think is a very essential part of indie music. 10 years ago, whatever. I've got to see him twice. I have so many autograph shit by him. He was a nice guy when I met him twice. I got to smoke a cigarette with him, which was nice as well. And he was shit-faced the second time.
Did you share the same cigarette? I know I'm going to ask the question.
We actually did. I have a cigarette box signed by him.
You kept a cigarette butt? That's amazing.
This is for Arnaldo. Arnaldo, I have a ticket to see him, an extra ticket in September, Radio City. I think you should come.
Oh, that's nice.
I feel like you'd love him.
Let's talk offline.
This is New York's Capture Track, was also one of my favorite labels from the US, because they've done a lot of great stuff, and they've been around for a while now. So that'll be another quick suggestion. All right, let me do another one real quickly. Oh, fuck this shit. All right, that's cheap. Let me take the set list that I have here. This is King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizards, a collaboration with the Mile High Club. Yes, that's and this is sketches of Brunswick East, which I love it with all my life. This is one of 5 records they released that year.
Only 5 that year?
Yeah, only 5 that year. I got to see him on this tour, but they hadn't released this one when when I saw them. So that's pretty interesting. I saw him like between the 5 records, which was nice in Mohawk. But this is great. Oh, let me take the other set list that I have here. And this is very cheap. You can get it for like 15, 20 bucks. Oh, there's another one here. Oh, there's 2 more.
That's a wow.
Yeah.
How many? I mean, was this like a rave? Like how many set lists?
No, I've seen them 8 times.
Oh man, is this like Bonnaroo, like all night long, or what?
I have a shout out to a great friend from here from Monterey, Alonso, that he's seen them.
Shout out to Alonso.
Yeah, Alonso. He's seen them. I think for real. I think he's seen him like 30 times, but only 2 or 3 times. No, more like 5 times he's seen him here, and the other times he's seen him in a lot of states. He's been to Red Rocks twice just to go see them. He goes to Chicago a lot to visit family, but so massive fan. I just saw him and he was like, we were talking about the new record, because yes, there's a new record, and yes, they're going to release probably another one. A record I think every single human being should have is Sibylle Byers' Color Green. This is easily like $15 when it's in print. When it's not in print, it's like $50-$60, maybe $100, maybe I don't know. But when it's in print, it's a $15 record. This is one of those folky. This is an Orange Twin. I don't know if anybody knows that label from Electric Elf, one of the Elephant Six, Neutral Mill Hotel, stuff like that. But they released this record. She was an actress that her son discovered that she had recorded a record in the 70s. Wim Wenders, there's a movie where Alice and she's singing a little bit in that movie. And oh, really?
Mark, you're earning big Mark Boyd points today, Jose.
All right, but this is I love her to death. Supposedly there's more music, but they just never released it. Orange, which they you know how dated this shit is, that they put the link to their whole thing. But now,
yeah, it's very judgmental that they use the www.
Yes. But this is for real. This is, everybody should own this record. It's beautiful music you can put in the morning on a Sunday, drink a little coffee. If you like any singer-songwriter, if you like Jessica Pratt, if you like...
I did buy a Jessica Pratt record at your recommendation, Bonger. That's for sure.
All right. But so stuff like that, we play a lot here. Like Hope Sandoval gets played here a lot at the house. But this is just purely guitar and her singing. And it's just very beautiful, very nice. And again, when it's not in print, it's very fucking expensive for whatever reason. So get it when it's like $15. If you play guitar, actually, they have the tabs with all the things and extra photos that I've never seen anybody show, but it's there at the website. And they have some copies they found of Vic Chestnut's record with Electric Elf, which is really fucking great, and normally goes for a lot of money when it's not in print, like $100, and you can get it for like 20 right now, so or something like that, 25 maybe. But yeah, that's my list of records that are in print that you can buy. Because to be honest, that's something I really like about stuff like this, like Capture Tracks or Drag City Records, is that everything is always in print. If they can, most, I would say like 80% of their stuff, it's like, like there. So I would say like none of this, it's hard to get. Most of it you can get it on Amazon or whatever. So yeah, check her name is a little hard to spell, I guess, but Sibylle Breyer, whatever. But yes, very beautiful. And I don't know if you like Vin Wenders, check out that movie Alice in the City, whatever the fuck the name is in English. There you go. Oh, Vic Chestnut. Shout out Big Chestnut, dead but never forgotten.
Hey, where else are you going to hear about Vic Chestnut? Not going to hear about it on the morning shows. Not going to hear about it on the other shows. Come on now, Vic Chestnut.
My favorite
lives
video
on Surface Noise.
My favorite video on YouTube, period, is a Vic Chestnut live session they did at a house, and I'm not even kidding. That's the best live session I've ever seen. Arnaldo, do you know Vic Chestnut?
I'm not familiar. I know of him. I'm not
All
familiar
right.
with his music. I know Michael Stipe was a big fan.
Michael Stipe found him, and if he didn't found him, he was going to kill himself, but he recorded 2 records, and he was like, well, maybe I won't kill myself just yet.
And did you spearhead also a tribute album to Vic Chestnut?
Oh, yeah. Smashing Pumpkins. Madonna sings one of his songs.
I gotta look into that.
Yeah, fucking Madonna sings the song by him.
Really?
I think
I lost count. I'm sorry, guys. I lost count.
No, it's just imagine like if you're like, he was in a wheelchair and he has like,
Joey Chestnut
had not full mobility. So can
talk
you
about the goat, Joey Chestnut, the goat of hot dog eating? That's for sure. Yes.
Coming up next week.
Oh, that's right. It is. Oh, yeah, 4th of July. He's right. Sorry, John. I'm cutting you off.
No, I'm just saying, like, great musician, passed away. Sparkle Horse, he's in a compilation with Sparkle Horse with Danger Mouse.
Danger Mouse.
And that's a great compilation. So, Vic Chestnut. Also, I was watching today his. I don't know if anybody here is a fan of NPR's Tiny Desk. But back in the day when NPR's Tiny Desk was literally in the office, because now it's a background,
like
MC log. But back then, none of those videos have like more than a couple thousand views. So I was looking at his, and there's like people like typing and we're actually working around. So I thought that was really funny. But yeah, Silver Mount Zion, yeah, that's such like for real. Even
Decoy Card says John Bong is correct. That session is incredible. Silver Mount Zion / Godspeed musicians with them. So glad they recorded that.
Everything I say, that's the name of the song. For real, like it's just nonstop, a beautiful song. He was very peculiar human being. Bright Eyes has a cover of them. There's a Cowboy Junkies record of covers of him. I don't know. Vic Chestnut to me, top 2 greatest American artist in whatever genre. So
didn't he do? He did like, I don't know if it was the band Widespread Panic. Like
I don't know.
Jam band,
yeah. I don't know if it was like all of them, but I think a lot of them backed him on 2 albums too. Because I think he wound up being in Atlanta because of Stipe, right? Or did he?
Yeah, Michael Stipe. He produced the first 2 records.
So Widespread's from that area. But I'm pretty sure they did some kind of collaboration on albums.
I'm really hoping that for Record Store Day, not to talk about Record Store Day, but they did Sweet Relief 1, right, on vinyl. But the Sweet Relief 2, it's only songs by him, Vic Chestnut, and I'll tell you the names. It's Garbage, which I hate, but anyways, I know people here likes it. REM, Hootie and the Blowfish, Soul Asylum.
Why did you laugh when you said Hootie and the Blowfish, John?
You fucking suck, huh? But Smashing Pumpkins, Sparkle Horse, Madonna with Joe Henry, which is a bizarre.
Well, that's her brother-in-law.
Yeah, I know, but still, like, it was him that showed her the song, and it's a very beautiful rendition, but it's just so random that Madonna is in the, and I don't know. Well, Madonna was in the 80s. Madonna was like all around New York. Actually, on one of my favorite bands, Swan, they talk a lot about how Madonna was just like hanging around, and he was for a brief moment Michael Gira's girlfriend. And when the first time she had like a little bit of notoriety, she like never saw them again. But Thorsten Moore talks about that on the documentary. But so she was around, like she knew shit that was happening. Indigo Girls is there, and Victoria Williams is there. It says it's CD only, but you can get that or cassette as well. But it's like $2, and believe me, that's like the best $2 you're gonna spend.
Well, maybe you should license the record and put it out on vinyl.
Great idea.
Well, I actually
back up to garbage. Your statement about garbage,
horrible.
Can you back up?
You're crazy.
No, you know what, Arnaldo? I don't have a really problem with garbage, but I've seen them 4 times against my will because they play every festival here in Mexico. They play, and every time I've seen them live, just there, So, what
were they bad live?
I was just hoping every single second that would be their last song.
So no!
I can't really.
So you're saying they were hot garbage? Is that what you're saying?
No, and you know what? I've been backstage.
Come on, man.
And they are there, and I'm just like, I hope they don't talk with the person I'm talking, so I don't have to pretend.
Oh man, what a snob!
Nothing wrong. It's just every time we play before a band that I like. And,
this is a new side of John Bong. I'm not sure I'm ready to see.
I don't hate them. It's just they are everywhere.
All right, listen, John. I'm gonna tag you out, John, because I don't want you to get beat up too much. I'm just gonna knock these cheap heaters out real quick. And I didn't grab the right one. But all this guy's catalog is like cheap heat. ZZ Hills, anybody know Arzel?
ZZ.
He was like on every label around. Mankind, Malicio. This is not one sampled by a lot of hip hop artists, but ZZ Hill, great kind of R&B, soul, a little bit jazz influence if you listen to some of his stuff. My favorite album is Down Home. I think it's like 82. But when you find these, $10 or less, it's an easy score. And then really, Mr. Cheap Heat, Grover Washington Jr., Mr. Magic. Yes, thank you. Groove Seeker knows what he's doing. Also,
I have 3 copies of that.
Look at it. Look at when you. Great cover. I don't even know if there's a. Look at this pose. Come on.
That guy, he looks like he just survived the VC.
What's going on here?
He was birthed out of the VC. This is a post VC pose if I've ever seen one.
Buddy.
Look at the lineup on that record too.
Hold on a second. This is not the first time that you're showing black men that are shirtless on your channel. It's like what's going? Is there a trend here? There are a couple other.
I like the music, Arnaldo. I like the music. I can't help it if they like to be shirtless and some degree of moisturizer or water.
That's a horrible photo, by the way. The one in the back. He's like
breaking. That's the 80s, man. That's the 80s.
Well, this is 75. This is like 75.
Oh, is it?
Kudu label. This is an RVG. Maybe you've heard of him. Rudy Van Gelder mastered, and the immortal Creed Taylor produced this one. But for cheap heat, always under 15. It's usually an $8 to $10 record. Some places, I hate to say this, my guys at Dusty Groove, they like to put this one at a 20 spot sometimes. It's not really a $20 record, but
Arnaldo, you don't have that album? You should get it.
I do not. I know Grover Washington. I don't have that album.
Yeah, this is probably. Christy, this is my favorite Grover Washington Jr. piece.
It's not even close.
Title track is great. I think it's the first song on the B side. The other one, first song on Earth Tones. Earth Tones.
Yeah. That's a Bob James tune, I think.
Yeah, this is the epitome, the definition. If you opened up Webster's Dictionary and looked up cheap heat, You would see Grover Washington Jr., but you would see this pose. You would see this pose under Cheap Heat. So
That's a horrible.
Chance, there's a great video online of him playing that live, and Picaro's on drums. It is.
Is he dripping?
I don't know if he's dripping. I mean, he's a sax player, so I mean, they play sax and they ooze sex. Play sax, ooze sex. So it would make sense. But yeah, that to me, that's
perform live shirtless.
He was like that guy, Sexy Sax Man, who would go to food courts and play Careless Whisper like on a table at Sparrow's. Yeah,
I think I've said it here before, but the sweatiest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life, Kamasi Washington live. He was like drenched in fucking sweat. He was. I thought I never seen a human being sweat more than Kamasi Washington when twice that I've seen him live.
We've got shots fired. Elliot Cruz heel turn is in full effect. He's calling it 70s bland jazz. Elliot, this is stuff in your price point. This is the jazz you want, Elliot. Trust me on this. Rudy Van Gelder, 70s. You got a little fusion, a little bit of funk. Come on. And again, you saw the pictures. I mean, the art. Come on, man.
That's a foolish statement. It's just a foolish statement. That's like the one Grover Washington album everybody should have.
That is the one. He's got a couple other ones not bad. You know, another guy I thought of is it Lonnie Liston Smith? I think is the name. Have you seen some of that stuff?
Yeah.
Interesting. It's I don't unfortunately I don't really qualify as cheap heat. It's usually 30 or more, but kind of to me a distant cousin. Even though
I thought you were gonna show Jonathan David Seager.
Jonathan Peters says, Elliot, we love you, but you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Now, Elliot, we're gonna get you a copy. Matter of fact, that's not my only copy. So, Elliot, this may be some VCLT in your future because I rescued this. This was one I call it vinyl rescue. The jacket needed a quick little seam repair. I took it home, got one of those easy seams, fixed it, and it's put it in the humdinger, and it never been better. It never sounded better.
So where would I find him? Is he in the soul?
No.
The jazz?
No, it's definitely jazz.
Land jazz?
No, Arnaldo. Elliot has poisoned the well. Elliot, damn you. Oh, no. We had Arnaldo on the hook.
Would he be in the $2 bid?
Oh, no.
No.
Wait, what's the guy that Jason likes to show every single time?
It appears that you guys have multiple copies.
The tiny horn.
Final rescue.
Al Hurt.
No, Al Hurt. Yeah, that
Al Hurt. Oh yeah. Al Hurt's he's a cheap heat all-star. Him and Herbie Mann. It's like 1A and 1B to me.
Right.
Well, Arnaldo, this is not root canal jazz. Bob James on his album, Eric Gale. This is a record you need to hear. Just stream it first.
No, you guys have convinced me. I just
no. See, Elliot is really disgracing himself. When I want uncomfortable jazz album jackets, I'll go with Turpentine, Stanley Turpentine. Yeah, that's Stanley
Turpentine.
Turpentine is Mr. Cheap. I don't know if he's heat, but he's Mr. Cheap. That's for sure. Mr. Cheap in the building.
By the way, I just want to say that the other day, I was trying to get some Buckethead records, which nobody's ever said that sentence before. But I noticed that they were quite expensive. So if anybody here has some
Buckethead
records, send me a message.
That sounds like a bad 90s group.
No, he was the guitar player.
He's a guitar player.
He was Guns N' Roses guitar player before they reorganized.
I thought you were talking about a group.
No, it's a guitar player.
It's a guy with a bucket in his head.
He literally used to have the Colonel Sanders KFC chicken bucket on his head, and he was called Buckethead. He's a solid guitar player. Yeah.
Well, he plays with what's his name?
Bootsy Collins.
Yeah, Bootsy Collins.
Les Claypool.
Yeah. Well, yeah, those jams are pretty good.
Listen, that is Grover Washington's estate. That is pinging whoever is on. Is that Arnaldo? Are they getting?
No, that's not me.
All right.
Oh, it's me. I don't know how to turn it.
Oh, Jose. Yeah, they're coming for John Bong. He's really said one thing too many.
How do I salvage this shit?
I got the notification. Westman's live. Just saw it now.
Oh no, we're gonna lose our own panelist to
Evil
Westman
Westman
first.
is
We
always
got to find out what's going on with the repress of the.
The Beatles. Did you guys hear about the Beatles box set? I don't know if.
No, are they repressing that? Are you serious?
Chris.
Sorry.
Will you believe me if I say it's sold out?
No.
Yes.
Get the.
You guys.
I don't
You
believe
guys.
it.
But will you know that the original first reissue of that, the vinyl was way better.
First time.
Mm.
The first time or the first time?
First time around.
First
he was
reissue
like-
or the reissue of the other reissue?
No, it's just the vinyl
I wish
now.
I had
is
it.
Shit, yeah.
I wish I had it.
Okay, all right. Elliot's clearly been drinking. He said, "I'd rather listen to Billy Crash Craddock albums than '70s bland
Look,
jazz."
Elliot.
Wow.
Jeez.
Elliot, you're coming off like
Elliot, put down the Bartles and James and come to your senses, man. Come on.
Why is this guy so angry? What's the
Elliot.
He's got it in for Kiss.
You know, Elliot has the Caddyshack 2 soundtrack. You know him.
He's been gutted for Kiss since
man.
I showed the first Kiss record.
That's true. Elliot's he's got you dead to rights. He's ready. He's been waiting, and now is his time. He's taking it out on poor Grover Washington Jr. Come on, this guy.
By the way,
record.
It's a topic for another day. But is it true that now in the U.S. some public libraries have records?
I mean, they used to.
Yes.
They used to have CDs. I don't know about records.
They used to have records like
CDs are back, by the
20
way.
years ago. Yeah.
CD's nuts. CD's nuts.
The university I went to, Jose, had the largest like jazz collection on the East Coast forever. But I think
that
they-
sounds
coming
boring.
back in a
Oh,
big
hang on.
way.
We've got confirmation.
CDs are coming back. in a
CDs
big
are
way.
coming back. Noted.
Wow.
By the way, Chris, you won't believe it, but they were not gonna repress this mono box set CD version. They're not gonna.
They're not.
Leaving money on the table. What are they doing, bastards?
Should we cover this in the freestyle? This seems like breaking news, Chance, that the Beatles are getting repressed. What the fuck?
In fact, do you know?
Too late. We didn't meet press time. We have a deadline, with show topics, and we just didn't get it in. Maybe next week, next time we have a show, we can potentially cover it.
Are there any videos currently on YouTube right now about this?
Possibly.
Okay,
Question mark.
I'll have to look.
Possibly. Question mark. Oh no, Elliot. How many Bartles and James deep are you in? He says Kiss is awful and you guys can't see it. I'm not angry. I'm realistic.
Elliot, I know that you're the guy with the Caddyshack 2 soundtrack in the basement listening to it. You're fucking going at it.
Listen, that was one of the biggest travesties of motion picture industry, using Jackie Mason to be the replacement for Rodney Dangerfield in Caddyshack 2. I mean, horrible.
I don't know where he's originally from, but his accent is so fucked up in that movie. I don't understand shit. I had to put subtitles every time I see that shit.
Oh, hang on. The Rev has some new information. Mastered by Bernice Grundman. Grundman. Excellent. John Bibop Boom. Now, we thought this, and we don't want to admit it, but he says Elliot is drunk, and it's possible. Those Bartles and James, they taste sweet, and they go down easy, but they can put you on your back in a doozy. I don't know if you've heard that one before. Grant, I thought Grant was going to live stream today. I was looking for it, but maybe I missed my notes earlier. So good to see Grant's Rock Warehouse here. We got a few minutes left. Any recent pickups you want to flex on? I had them in my back pocket just in case, but if you have them handy, you want to show them. I know record showing can be taboo in some circles, but we've done a fine job of it today. So I see, Mr. Rojas, he gave me the finger of, I got one. Groove Seeker, you got one? We'll just go let's do a quick two to three skis.
I always have one. I'll be back.
Ronaldo, do you have two handy?
No, I am. I'm on a vinyl drought right now.
Wow. Final discipline. Good job.
Well, I'm gearing up for my trip to Europe, so I'll be, shopping in London can.
Oh yeah. I need to put a couple things on the watch list. That's right.
So so I'm also because I want to be kind of hungry to look for stuff.
You want to work up a vinyl appetite.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. And I've been busy a little bit, so I was like, let me relax a little bit. Too much record shopping.
Well, can I show a quick couple and then Jason show? All right, hang on. Oh, Jason, you go ahead and I'll get my stack.
I'm
going.
just saying CDs are back. So rest in peace, Brian Wilson. This you used to get for like under 40, and now since he died, this thing is now going for over 100.
Death tax.
So this Pet Sound Sessions, I think 5-6 CD set. This is actually great.
CD's nuts.
That's right.
Oh no.
How much do you think this Steve Westman CDs are back video is going to do after tonight's presentation of
And
it?
he's never left.
Look at the miniature version of the Pet Sounds mono.
In fact, I want to go.
Even
and
has water
purchase that
damage
right now.
on it, you know.
Oh, that's patina. We call it
water damage. What the fuck? That's a new one. That's definitely a new one. I've never seen a. Wow, it's amazing.
So it's
Is that mono, stereo, quadraphonic? Or what the fuck is that?
This
all
is
the
like
above?
this is the mono and the official stereo.
Wow. Oh, that's the first time the stereo was ever.
Yes.
That's. Aren't you happy, Chris, that you know that information?
Was it the Mark Lynette stereo version on there?
Yes. So this is where it originally came from, and then I think Chad AP did the.
I have
vinyl.
the book version of what is it? The book version of Pet Sounds that has a lot of the stuff that's on there, right?
Yes.
Funny enough, the Analog Productions mono of that record, it's the digital one, right?
The stereo
No,
is.
the stereo is.
The stereo is digital. Or
Yeah, it came from this.
Oh,
Funny enough, that to Jason's point, when I worked in the music store, that thing used to go on sale for like $19.99 because we had so many of them, and now I've seen it in stores pretty pricey.
CDs are back.
CDs are back. 24 karat CDs, definitely back in the market.
Hey, you guys are gonna laugh, but in my neighborhood, somebody was giving away a CD rack, like a storage thing, for free.
CDs nut racks.
And since CDs are coming back, I went and grabbed it like a power Hoosier I am, and my wife painted it for me. So now it's in the record room of doom, and I'm starting to fill it up.
That's right.
Did she also paint the racks themselves?
Yeah, yeah. It used to be like that Walmart wood grain brown. It's just like a cheap piece. She painted it white to go with all my cabinets, and turned out real nice.
That's my favorite color, Walmart brown. Is it Target red or Walmart brown?
It's Walmart green, Daddy. Walmart green. All right, I'm gonna show a couple quick hitters, and then we'll go around and we'll call it a day. But I've been busy. It's been a good month for June. Kimbo, are you online? I've been getting into these 45s.
Oh,
I got this Pearl Jam Jeremy and the B-side.
Epic.
Yes,
Wow.
sir. Yes, sir.
Wow.
Did that originally come out in that sleeve?
This is time specific. Epic Blue.
Does that come with subtitles?
No. My question is this: that I have a Michael Jackson "Don't Stop Till You Get Enough"
Yeah.
with that same. So I
Sleeve.
didn't know how long they had the blue Epic sleeve.
That I can't answer, but it's probably a high probability of that. Also,
I'm still alive.
anybody familiar with Kara's Flowers? Kara's Flowers, anyone?
No.
Carrot top.
Now I'm going to go to the king, the royal one, Mr. Regal. Kara's Flowers, anyone?
Didn't they become Maroon 5?
Booyah. So yeah, this is before.
Remember my theory. So I knew some people here owned that shit.
Uh-oh.
And now I know it was Chance that
Found it.
Maroon
Found it.
5.
Shout out to the homies, Funk U. Check them out on eBay. They're local. They are the 45 Heroes. Actually, they've got some LPs out there. I don't want to drive competition, but this is a perk of watching Surface Noise. Check out their shop on eBay. They've got legitimate heat. Like, wear some gloves. And then shout out to the homies at Dead Wax. Jason's been there. Jeremy and Jake. they've looked into this collection of this guy named Kim. He's an older guy.
What? Tony Montana
used to DJ on the East Coast. He's from Buffalo, and they're peeling this collection back, and it's going to straight up bankrupt me. But yeah, Tony Braxton. This is an original Netherlands press.
Why does it look like? What's that movie? That font is in the movie. What movie is in that font?
I can't answer that one. Guys in the chat know this one. It's continuing my Nick Drake pursuit. This is not a UK first. This is a US first. Shout out to Travis Foley for finding this in Montana of all places for me. So
I'm moving to Montana.
Back to that hip hop collection. You guys know Natural High. This is a great DJ sampled record, and does not come up often. It's only as a promo copy. This is a lot of fun.
Is that not a $1 record?
No.
Hey,
Damn.
This is a $1 record, but beautiful woman Vanessa Williams, Mrs. Rick Fox, if you know her. That was a fun one. Now this. Hang on, I have to change hats. We have to do a wardrobe change. Look out. We've got the Huey Lewis in the News vintage hat for the Huey Lewis in the News. Hard at play.
That's the one you don't see around.
That shit definitely has cocaine stains.
Oh, I got it in my eyes just opening the package. I thought it was what was that stuff they used to put in the packages that they thought were blowing people up? Anyway,
wow.
This one never comes up. It came up overseas.
Why does it have that like a kids block font on that on the thing?
Listen. They're hard at play, Jose. Hard at play, Jose.
What year was that?
This is like 90, 91.
Wow.
Yeah, so you're talking.
Was that after American Psycho 2?
No. Yeah, this is 1991. The big hit on this one, couple days off. They were trying to recapture some of that 80s magic.
By the way, will they ever press that shit?
Oh my gosh, you know that one's money.
This one has never come up. And shout out to Vinyl Record Mission Steve, who kind of put this on my radar, and then this collection opened up. So you've heard of Chuck Mangione?
How about Luigi Mangione?
And Luigi Mangione, yes.
The Mangiones.
This is an album sampled by so many hip hop heads and does not come up often.
Wow.
DRC label. So,
Did you have to pay a lot of money for that? That
wasn't cheap.
Hot.
Wasn't cheap. And then this might be I hate to say it, this might be my favorite of the bunch. You guys familiar with the Whole Darn Family? Another like DJ staple on the Soul International's record. You can also find it. It has another cover because the guy Tyrone Thomas, they tried to like spin it off as Tyrone Thomas and the Whole Darn Family. But this is my kind of like funk because it has like guitars. It's got every instrument. It's like a poo-poo platter of instrumentation. Awesome. So if you can ever see this one, they have arrived. Stream this, and I guarantee a George Foreman guarantee you'll want to probably pick one up afterwards. So,
why are they all wearing wife beaters?
They worked for Soul International, the label that was like the uniform. I'm making it up, of course. So anyway, yes, we have, and this is a new T-shirt idea: Live, Laugh, Luigi. Live, Laugh, Luigi.
You know, talking about Mangione. When I was in university, that's one of those the one he's laughing his ass off with a French horn in his hand. That record is everywhere here. So that's the record.
Oh no,
Huey, that's great.
John Bip-Bop Boom. My brother from another mother says Huey useless. Oh no. Can I not have a what they call a guilty pleasure? I mean. My God.
I did try to listen to sports the other, 3 years ago, and Chance told me, but I couldn't. It was 80s, like to the it was so 80s. I was like
well, Jose, I've got just the record for you. I've got just the record for you, and I didn't even show it, but Jose, quit being an asshole. This is Dennis Leary's Asshole. I don't know if you've heard of this one, but so
you know my favorite song with the word asshole on it is a Beck song called Asshole that what is it Tom Petty covered.
Yes. Was it Wildflowers? It was around the Wildflowers era, wasn't it?
It was for a soundtrack as well.
Sounds right. All right. Anyone else? I've hogged the stage, and I apologize, but we weren't on last week. Everyone thought I quit the VC because I needed a week off, but I didn't. Fake news. Arnaldo, you just sat up in your seat. You got some new pickups?
No,
you said you're on the diet. That's right.
Yeah, nothing. I didn't pick up that many. I don't think I picked up anything in the last couple of weeks. So,
Groove Seeker, got anything for us?
I just want to show this to Elliot. And then, I do also identify.
This is how we do it. Yes.
Little Rudy Van Gelder note on my on that record.
Thank you, so. Groove Seeker. Thank you for backing me up. That's called vinyl backup.
What I'm a little concerned about is I have a third copy, and Arnaldo just brought this up. Have you ever lost a record? And I don't know where my third copy is unless I gave it away and don't remember.
That's not a problem because you got two to work.
But
with.
I have two, and I have the RVG ID'd.
Oh, they're not all RVG. Because now I got to look at.
He mastered all of them. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Maybe not subsequent reissues, obviously, but
I got this.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, as the great philosopher Montel Jordan said, this is how we do it. And Elliot, in your face, how's it feel?
I get a lot all the time, but Chance, thanks for reminding me about this.
Oh yeah. Have you listened to it? What do you think, Elliot Smith?
Not yet.
Okay. Yeah, let me know what you think.
I'm gonna throw it on soon.
My coupon expired. I gotta find another coupon.
Oh no. Cesar says I got to see Karis Flowers open up for my favorite Remy Zero. Yeah, Save Me. I remember that song. 1999.
Remy Zero. What is this? The OC? What the hell?
It was actually the Smallville soundtrack, Groove Seeker. Come on, get your dub B. We call it the dub B around this house.
Hey, do you know that other show called the OZ from OZ? Remember that show?
No, Zepic?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know about that.
No,
1999 was a smoggy time for the Groove Seeker.
Can I show my record? I got like.
Of course, John Bong. We're gonna close it out with you, Bongster.
This is a Christmas record that I got.
Man, you still got about 6 months, cuz.
Or 6 months ago, right?
Oh, that's true. Great way to look at it. Great spin.
So this is the Smegma Christmas album, right? So this was recorded in '73, and they're all like hand drawn or whatever. So yeah, if you like Smegma, it came with a Christmas card, the Smegma Christmas card. That's beautiful. I'm gonna mail this to someone, maybe to myself.
BCLM, Vinyl Community Love from Monterey.
Yes, Smegma. How many times can you say Smegma, right? Smegma.
Man, you're fitting it in. I like it.
So shout out to Alex that got me this Smegma record, Christmas Smegma record from San Francisco. So yeah, man.
Enjoy.
Oh, I got Smegma record today. There you see the Smegma everywhere.
Paul is on it.
Right?
Yep, here we go. We've got some Smegma company right here. BK.
Get this. Nobody's gonna buy it except me. But if you like Smegma, 6 months, Christmas.
Elliot, I'm gonna make a video. Elliot Cruz is here again. He says Groover Washington Jr., an artist that should have stayed Sidemen. Wow. I'm gonna make a video. I haven't made a video in a hot minute. It's just gonna be a tribute to Grover Washington Jr., Mr. Magic. Yeah, I'm just gonna play it, and I'm just
fly
gonna
a kite,
it.
Elliot.
Yeah.
Go fly a kite in a thunderstorm.
That's terrible.
By the way, I'm gonna say that the new Happy Gilmore looks like ass. I'm just gonna say it, but I'm gonna watch that thing, and I'm gonna be sad. I know it. I saw the trailer yesterday. I was like, I'm not gonna watch it till I watch the movie. It was horrible.
Well, with that, we've got Siskel, Ebert, and Bong on the latest.
Thumbs down, right?
Thumbs down. He gives it 2 water-based bongs down. And this is actually, Cesar, I'm so bad at this, so thank you. If you hit that like button, it's never too late. If you hit the dislike button, it must be fate. And BK says it best: a baby is made every time a Grover Washington Jr. record is played. Accurate. Science. It is science. And that's what this show is about. It's about science. And I used to have a drop for it, and I do.
Science.
Thank you, Ron Burgundy. All right, let's close the show of record. It's been a lot of fun. Stay tuned. I'm not sure if we're doing a show next week. We've got a couple things going on. July will be a little hit or miss, but if you don't get Surface Noise, the VC Social Club on Mondays, same time, different channel over at the Jason Rojas Programming Network, the king of the VC. Check it out. Good topics, good guests, a little bit of new blood. You got Dom over there now, Static, ATX, Joel. So good conversations. I'll duck in every once in a while until I get hit with a pie in the face from my troll brethren. But good show, good topics, good record collectors. I want to thank everybody in the gallery for joining, even Elliot. Elliot, I don't have your address, but I do know how to get a Grover Washington Jr., Mr. Magic to you. So be on the lookout for that. Arnaldo, have a safe and fruitful, exciting time in Italia, correct?
Yes.
In London, I need to get you some.
London, Italia, Amsterdam. So yes.
He's on the Arnaldo World Tour. If you see Arnaldo out and about, greet him kindly and ask to see his Amazon wish list because he's added several pieces during the show. Believe it or not, I saw it. So there's always ways to show appreciation. Appreciate you guys. We'll do it again soon, and that's all we got. I got to hit you with that outro. We got the outro, and it goes something like this. Nope, that's not what it goes. Oh, yeah.